Today we're going to go through and talk about privacy rules. The first thing we're going to do, though, is talk about internet safety and how important it is that when you're on the internet, how you need to make sure that you are very careful whenever you're on and learning new things or even just playing on the internet. Some of the rules that you should follow is make sure that the information that you are sharing does not contain any private information. If you'll go ahead and click the next slide. Our learning objective for today is you will learn which information you should avoid sharing online because it is private. You'll understand what kinds of websites have private policies and why. You'll be able to practice or check the websites to make sure they have what's called a seal of approval. Think about what if you were required to wear a sign at all times that revealed something personal about yourself. How would you feel about that information being known to the whole world? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about that. Okay, now that you've had a chance to think about it, I want you to first share the information with your learning partner, the person that you are sitting with, and tell them how would you feel about sharing that kind of information or private information.
I like it. I wouldn't be scared because I wouldn't share it with me. And it's like someone was out there.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're back here. Okay, now, please share with me, Faith, what did you and your partner discuss?
I said I wouldn't like it because it's like showing yourself, and you don't want to show yourself except to you. Like, you're telling people about it, but you never know how they're going to treat it, and they may come to your house like that, and you don't even know, and then they steal your money, they won't know.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, Aviana, did you want to share?
Yeah. I would feel scared because they could show up at my house and they wouldn't know who I am. They could come steal from my house.
Okay, all right, Ty?
It wouldn't be the best thing because people could make fun of you for it.
Okay.
For the last one, the nicknames and stuff up there.
Okay.
Because you were wearing that.
Okay, a nickname or something. Okay, all right, Gab?
My partner and I, we said that we would be scared because if they knew our address, they could come and take us at our house or take something.
Okay, all right, so basically what I'm hearing is that you're saying that you would be very scared because there's a stranger that would be coming into your house, someone you would not know, and they know where you'd live, they have all this information about you. And that's a scary thing because you just don't know, what kind of people are out there. Let's see, the next thing I wanted to go through and let you know is, and when we say, next slide please, vocabulary, we are talking about information that you would not share. For example, you are not going to share your social security number with something. That's like identity theft. You are not going to tell somebody your phone number, your email, if you have an email address, or just your personal home address. So all of those things are private. You're going to make sure that that any website you view has what's called the seal of approval. It's a sign or stamp that states that a website, company, or group meets a certain set of standards and is doing a good job. Now, a lot of you get on the internet all the time, like I said, for learning reasons or just for playing reasons. If you're going to play like gamers with other people, getting on YouTube, things like that, make sure those sites have what's called the seal of approval. And before doing this, next slide please, I really wasn't aware of that myself as an adult until I was taking this online class that I'm in And they told me that those are some things that we need to let young children know. There are laws that protect you. So, in the United States, we have a law, and it's called, let's see, what is it at? Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. And basically what that means is that kids 13 and younger, so that means you, are protected, and their personal information is always protected, to make sure that, you know, there is no way information that's going to be leaked out to these different websites. Next slide, please. Some of the websites that younger children, and even maybe you guys, brothers and sisters, might get on, for example, like Nickelodeon, Club Penguin, Maggie's Earth Adventures. These are all things that might be science, educated related, or just for fun. So when searching these websites, please make sure that you form a habit of going on and visiting. There's a post privacy policy on there, and it will show you. If we go ahead and click on, or let's highlight, what I'm going to have her do is highlight this here, the Nickelodeon one, and open up another window, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like on the Nickelodeon website. Okay, so right here, down here, you'll see the terms and conditions of the website. And see, it says that it's updated and it has this privacy policy. So that's basically showing you the seal of approval, which lets you know this is something that's safe to go ahead and log on to. And that's exactly the same thing for other sites. You just want to make sure that these sites are updated, that the information on there, that the terms and uses are all constantly, like I said, updated. Okay, we can go back to the PowerPoint now. Okay, so checking for your understanding. I would like for a few of you, I'm going to go ahead and give you, I would like for you to give me 2 examples of what private information is, what we went through, what type of information would you consider being private. It's very easy. Okay, so, all right. Your PIN number, very good.
Birth date.
Birth date, yes. Anaya?
Social security.
Social security number. Fontos?
Phone number.
Phone number.
Address.
Address. Faith?
Name and date.
Name and date.
State and town.
Okay, state and town you live in. Okay, all of those are great examples. Okay, so next time, like I said, when you are browsing along or surfing the net, make sure that you are just checking to see that those places that you are at are have that seal of approval for privacy. Any questions? Yes, Faith?
What's a PIN number?
A PIN number, it's like a secret code that only you know. A lot of places like bank cards require that when you go and use a debit card in purchasing any type of purchase, gas, groceries, that after you swipe it, that you put in a PIN number, so that they kind of can they can verify that that is you, that you are the person with that card. Okay? All right. Yes, Karen.
Is it really safe to play online for the risk of people hacking your account?
That's a very good question. I think that there's always a safety issue when going online, yes, and being able to play with other people and other places, because you really aren't sure how, anybody can hack in at any time. They can go through and be using your internet service too without you even realizing, like a neighbor or somebody driving down the street from your house. They park in front of your house and they can still be able to, access things. There's so many people out there that know how to do those things. I'm not one of them, but yes. Faith.
What happens if you accidentally put all of your information on this one side that you're not sure about?
Some identity theft. Yeah.
What happens if
And then you have a really hard time. I have a librarian friend at Patty Wilder, and someone went through and they were able to withdraw money out of her account and make purchases on credit cards and things like that. And then she had to call her bank, and they had to stop the credit card. They had to go through and reissue her another credit card. They had to make sure, you have to go through all these different steps for you to regain all of that information back or use a new card. So, okay, that is all I have for you today. I think we can go ahead and stop our video. And next week I will talk to you about how to cite information and plagiarism. Okay?